Hello guys and welcome to another video. Okay, today I'm not gonna be reviewing my trades. I just want to review the performance of my strategy so far during the month of April. I've made a number of mistakes and I've made a number of good trades. But I also have a few lessons that I would like to share with you guys uh, because teaching also helps me to learn. Now, I would like to share my lessons by starting with this tweet by Steve Burns. It says many successful day traders have the ability to trade the open, which is the market open that that my strategy is based on, by the way. It says many successful day traders have the ability to trade the open, make money, and then walk away from their screens for the rest of the day. That is my intention with my 15-30 strategy. I aim to trade the market open and walk away from the screen. Now, I'm going to be looking at all the trades that I've taken, look at the mistakes and the good trades also. Now, what we are looking at is the first week of April, from the 2nd until the 5th. By the way, on the first, I did not trade, which is this action here. I was involved here on the 2nd, on the 3rd, 4th, and then the 5th. The 5th, we had NFP, by the way. So, I want to show you guys that even though my strategy has the ability to catch uh, accurate trades, f- uh, I don't want to say more frequently than other strategies, but I can 100% say that my strategy has a high win rate. But what I've noticed is that the problem with my strategy comes with the execution part. Usually, I go into the market late or too early, and I face some dangerous drawdowns that put my account in danger. Also, not only my account, but my mental health, because looking at your account going into drawdown and then coming back into profit takes a lot, because most of us, we trade because we desperately need to make money. But for the professional traders, those who are already making money from trading, they are doing it out of, not out of desperation, but out of the love of trading, out of the enjoyment of trading. So emotionally, they do not get affected that much by drawdowns. I have a few quotes that I've written down here that I want to read. One is from the book by Mark Douglas, and the other is from a book by Tom Hugard. So the first one says professional traders think differently from everyone. That's the first quote. The second one says amateurs are fearful when they should be hopeful, and they are hopeful when they should be fearful. Now ask yourself, why is it easier to add to a losing position than a winning position? These are things that I struggle with when it comes to my strategy. If you look at what's on your screen right now, you would think that I'm a perfect trader, but I want us to observe a few things. On the MT4 app, These lines that you see that I have labeled here, and all these boxes, all these drawings on my MT4, MT5, they are not there. So when I'm in a trade and I look at my entry, my stop loss, I do not correlate the fact that the market is at a strong support because I do not see it on my MT5 app. On my MT5 app, I only see my entry, my take profit, and my stop loss. So whenever I'm in drawdown, I get anxious. I face a lot of fear. So as you can hear from Mark Douglas, he says professional traders think differently from everyone. That means a professional trader does not look at a drawdown and start panicking, because as amateurs we are fearful when we have to be hopeful, and we are hopeful when we are supposed to be fearful. We are being we usually be we are usually fearful when we are in profits and we see drawdown, and we are usually hopeful when we are in losses or drawdown, when we should be fearful. And most of us usually we add our positions when we are in drawdown instead of when we are in profit. Now look at the kind of movement that we get from NAS 100 during the market open. As you can see on the first trade that I took on April, I took at the strong support. The market just bounced maybe twice, three times if you count this level here. And then the market just started pushing to the upside until the market closed. Now, in a position like this, usually I would be fearful because of this drawdown. Remember that this is the 15 minute, as you can see here. This is the 15 minute. This is the 15-minute chart. So if you are looking at the trade on the MT5 app and you are looking at it on the 1 minute or even 5 minute chart, these drawdowns are going to make you panic, because for as long as the market is in the negative, you just want to close or you want to add, which is when you make mistakes. But as soon as the market start moving in my 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 favor or in my direction, I want you to look at this. The market went up from here and then went back up. Now, when the market reverses like this, after being in drawdown for like, this is like a few hours, you should put that in mind, because these are 15-minute candles. So these are like maybe 2 hours of bouncing around. Then you see some profits, you are 50% into profit. Usually, I would move my stop loss to break even when the market does this, and then you see something like this. That's when you start to panic. Now, I've been taking notes on such behaviors of the market, because to become a professional, I would need to bear in mind that the market does go up and down, and sometimes I'm going to see big moves, sometimes I'm going to see small moves happening at a slow rate. Okay, now moving on to the next day. By now, if you have watched my review videos, I'm sure you are aware of how I analyze. So on this day, as you can see, I saw the market was trending to the downside. We were below the moving average. So I disregarded the strong support. I thought that the market was just gonna break it. Instead, the market went to the upside. But because I'm trading on the 15 minute, I was able to readjust and look at my chart again. So I added this demand zone, because as you can see, the market acted as support at this level, and it struggled here before pushing to the downside, as you can see. So I thought this level was gonna act as a demand zone, but it was pushed above. The market pushed above it. It acted as support, but eventually got broken down, and I was in that trade where I recovered my loss from earlier. And then to the following day, now what is unusual about this trade is that it happened before the market opened. As you can see, this is during the London session. So it was a simple trade because we were above the moving average, and also I was expecting price to keep going to the upside from the strong support to the strong resistance. So I just wanted to catch that move. Now for the move to the downside, as you can see, it happened later on in the day. uh, I did not participate. I don't know, maybe I was occupied by something else, because after taking this win, I just took a break and disregarded the market open. Now during the NFP, as you can see, NFP, I did expect it to be bullish, but the market uh, price was way above here at this level, like 17,960, right about there. But when the market opened, no, when the NFP hit, we faced drawdown to this level, which was demand from earlier on during the day. So the market went to this level, which is where I had my stop loss. I got stopped out. But by 15:30, the market opened at the same level where I had my entry, and the market pushed to the upside. Now that was the first week. The second week, as you can see from NFP, we moved from that demand zone and came to that supply zone. Now, I also want you to realize something. These levels, I do not mark them as permanent uh, resistance and support, because they are zones. So these zones do shift. So as you can see, this demand zone, I marked it on Friday. This demand zone now 10 supply, as you can see, the market rejected and pushed to the downside. Now it has become supply on Friday. Then next week on Monday, this was supply. As you can see, the market was just acting crazy, but I did catch the move to the downside. The market went back up. Still, we it was in our favor. The market ended like that. So the following Monday was just crappy, as you can see. Then came the day, the the Tuesday, the following Tuesday. Now on this day, I thought that the market was gonna break the supply zone, because I thought that the market uh, had to create some sort of direction, and I saw this momentum to the upside. But as you can see, the market involves accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. So the market acted against the supply zone and pushed to the downside. But I was able to catch the reverse to the upside. As you can see, the market still acted upon that level again. And on this day, I believe that the market was gonna come to this level. Actually, on this day, we had CPI. So I thought CPI was gonna create a week to the downside before pushing to the upside to the strong resistance, but instead we pushed to the downside. And guess what? The market went back to that demand zone that I had marked on Friday. And as I saw that the market had this long candlestick closed at this level, I just created my order here, my buy order at this level, and I got this buy. Now, as you can see, the mistakes that I make, I'm able to recover because I am reading the market from the perspective of my strategy, I'm looking at two levels: the demand zone and the support and resistance. Now, it's not always that the market acts so perfectly onto your support level and resistance levels. Sometimes it takes quite a bit of time for the market to create a clear level. So sometimes you're going to think that this is just the demand zone until you realize that actually this is now have become a strong support. But for some time there, the market just respected this strong support and that strong resistance. Now I'm going to show you again. So for this, on Thursday, on the 11th, I did not trade the market open. I just saw the reversal at the end of the market close, and we hit TP during the following day. Now at the market open on the Friday, on the 12th, I had a because I saw this break. I thought the market was gonna come and uh, come back to the supply zone before pushing to the downside. So this sell limit was not activated. Now moving on to the next week, as you can see, we caught this trade to the downside, which was on the Monday. I'm gonna give a review of this trade on the review video. For this video, I'm just looking at all of my trades for April. But I'm gonna show you how I was able to catch this beautiful trade. And already, if you look at what is happening here, you can tell that there is a structure or a pattern that is printed here, which is a I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's a impulse correction impulse pattern which we see a lot in a trending market. If a market is trending, you're gonna see these kinds of basically this is the higher high, and then this is the higher low, the lower high actually. This is the lower low, and then we created a new lower low. That is when the market is trending, that you will see something like this. Now in this past week, so that was the crazy big trade on the Monday, and then the market just started consolidating. I was able to enter a trade at this level on the moving average. We faced a bit of drawdown before the market went to hit my TP there, as you can see. Now, as you can see, we moved from that strong support. We were now at the 17,666. If you remember from the previous video, what I had said about this level, it was on the 4-hour chart, I believe. I don't think I have it here. Yeah. If you remember, I did say the market was gonna go past this level, and that is what has happened. And as you can see, although I was expecting the market to push to the downside, I still thought we're gonna see a bit of a push to the upside, but then this level acted as a supply zone. Then the market pushed further to the downside, but I was able to catch this sell on the reversal. Usually, when the market is trending, this is what you're gonna see. The market created a new higher high, pushed to the downside, created a lower high, then pushed further to the downside. Then on Thursday, no, yeah, on the 18th, I saw that the market was price was above the open price, so I expected it to push to the upside, but price just pushed to the downside. Overall, the price was bearish the whole of this past week. But as you can see with my strategy, all that you have to look for is the market open and look at the zones and your strong support, strong resistance. You can expect the market to respect those levels. Now I'm going to show you what I had predicted. So on the previous video, I was expecting the market to push. As you can see, we did have that breakout of the ascending channel. So I was expecting the market to push to the downside. Now I'm gonna show you the before and after. So was on the 18th. I think the push happened. Did I say? I think. Yeah, yeah. So as you can see, this is what we expected, and that is what happened. Now the difference. I'm gonna show you another screenshot. As you can see with this arrow, right? I usually use this arrow when I show my general idea. I did not expect the market to drop immediately from this level. I just expected it to be bearish overall. So I was looking for signs for this, for the perfect entry to go to the downside. I just had the general idea. So I placed this arrow, as you can see, and eventually that is what happened. But now what I want you to see is that the market did not immediately drop from that level. It created this structure before going to the downside, which is more like a head and shoulder vibes. Now I'm going to show you another screenshot. Now this is when I expected the market to start dropping. I think it's on the, was it the ninth? I'm just gonna quickly find that screenshot for you guys. I think, yeah, this is the day. So this was supposed to be, let's see, the 13th. Okay, yeah, on a Saturday. So I was doing my analysis after this day, this Friday, the 12th. So I just analyzed the chart and I saw that the market was ready to push to the downside. Now, as you can see, I used a different arrow. It's not the same as the one that I used previously. As you can see here, I just used this one, but now I use this one, and I'm gonna show you. I've 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 done a prediction like this before, and I used the similar arrow, and I'm gonna show you why. As you can see, the market sticks to this arrow. I do not have the screenshot from yesterday because price is now above 17,000. We broke to like 16. I think price came to the strong support. Yeah, I think price came to the strong support, but I did not take the screenshot. This is the last one that I have. Now I want you to see that the market sticks to this arrow. I've used this method before and I trust it so much that I know that when I use this arrow, that's when the market is ready to drop. And I caught that sell, by the way, which is this one. Remember, I analyzed on Saturday, the 13th. I was ready for the market to drop. And on the Monday, actually, let me pull out the Monday chart, which was the 15th. As you can see, but I will explain everything the on the following video, I guess. Now this is where I entered the trade, as you can see. I was ready for the sell, and this is how this day ended. Now, what I want you to notice is that I made my analysis on a higher time frame, then came down to the 15-minute for my entry. Here and there, you will make mistakes, but guys, do not expect perfection on this in this industry. Even though I started the video with this quote, it does not mean that everyone can do this. But what I'm showing you is that it's possible. As you can see, I've taken quite a lot of trades, and some of my trades came with losses. As you can see, I made some losses, then recovered. And on some days, I did not trade. As you can see, this level was a demand zone. Had I been on the charts on this day, I would have caught this move to the upside, definitely. But you do not have to chase these kinds of trades where you trade every day. You do not need to trade every day. But if you have a structure like this, if you have a structure like this, you can expect to stay profitable for the longest time, because to become a professional trader, you are going to need to think differently. Because what I've noticed is that most South African traders trade with the perspective of making money endlessly from trading. But what you need to know is that you have to have limits, because in this industry, you do not have there are no rules to the game. Soon as you enter a trade, anything can happen. So if you understand that what you are this game is a zero sum game, so there has to be a loser for for so there has to be a loser and a winner. They cannot be winners all the time. So sometimes you are going to be the loser, sometimes the broker is going to be the loser. Sometimes you're going to be the winner and the broker is going to be the loser. So you need to understand that sometimes you're going to have to take a loss and step away from the desk. Now that is what I'm trying to push with my strategy, but it's not for everyone. So if you feel like you have a more effective way of trading, please do share your ideas in the comments, or just hit me up on WhatsApp. My number is all over. You can check my Facebook page and hit me up on my inbox. Let's enjoy this journey together, guys. Let's grow together and trade professionally and stop trading like gamblers. Have a strategy and do not expect it to work 100% of the time. If you do enjoy my content, I would please comment down below and tell me. Just all I'm just asking for is that you are watching. I just want you to comment down below and say you are watching, so that I know that I'm not alone. And I would also like to see what are you doing on your side when it comes to trading. Let's talk on WhatsApp. Let's talk on Facebook. Yeah, so this is the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Cheers, guys.